Hello there. I'm glad that you could make it today. Did you have any trouble finding the place? Not too bad? Yeah, those last 200 miles or so can get a little crazy. The whole landscape just starts to all look the same, those last 200 miles or so, but looks like you made it. And what a wonderful day that we're having here in the Arctic Circle. I mean, it's beautiful, 29. What a balmy temperature for home looking today. And we're lucky that you were able to come during the summer months so that we have all this beautiful light with which to view the property. So, why don't you just park your dog sled right over there and come on over and we can have a look at the place. So this, of course, is the castle that we had talked about. As you can see, the pictures simply don't do it justice. It's really much more beautiful than any of the pictures I sent you could possibly show. We'll step inside in a few minutes, but as long as we're already out here in this beautiful 29-degree day, why don't we head over and look at the grounds? There is both a stable and a workshop. The previous owners were very industrious. In fact, the main reason that they left this castle was because their business endeavor was expanding, so they felt they just needed a little bit of a bigger place, but really nothing wrong with the place here. It's really, well, it may have been too small for their expanding business. It's really just a really perfect starter castle, you know, for someone just getting started up here in the North Pole. So, why don't we head over there and take a look at the stables, okay? Okay, so these are the stables. As you can see, they are extremely spacious. The previous owner had a large herd of reindeer that they like to keep in here. And you can, if you walk down through the stables, you can even see that they have little nameplates chiseled in. You, of course, can change those for, whatever you decide to keep in the stables. If you're someone who keeps reindeer, these are perfect stables for reindeer, as that's what they were used for before, but they'd also be great for your sled dogs or, whatever else you might come up with that you decide to keep in the stables. Currently, they are not kept warm simply because there were reindeer in them, but they are climate controlled, so if you choose to keep the dogs in them, they will be plenty warm in these spacious stables. Yes, all the straw has to be flown in from the mainland. Up here in the Arctic Circle, of course, we don't have a lot of straw available, so it does have to be flown in from the mainland. But if you remind me when we head back to the dog sleds, I do have someone's card in my sled. They're very trustworthy, and they will give you a bulk discount if you're interested in going that route. And he also ships hay as well, so you could have the bedding and the feed that you would need all from the same shipper. And saves on shipping costs and things like that. So, but yeah, just walk through here and take a look at the stables. Again, each stall is extremely roomy. There's a little tack room right over there in case you like to ride the reindeer through the winter storms or anything like that. You can keep saddles or sleigh equipment, reins, extra heavy-duty coats, blankets for the reindeer, whatever you might need to keep ready and available. You can keep that right in the tack room there. Yes, they are very nice, aren't they? Almost makes you want to throw a pair of antlers on your head and call yourself a reindeer, doesn't it? Yeah. These, knowing how wonderful the stables are, you can just imagine what the inside of the castle is like. But we'll get to that in a moment. Well, you've seen the stables. Shall we head over to the workshop now? Okay, so this is the workshop. As you can see, the previous owner was very industrious. They had quite a thriving little business here. Mostly they were into toy making, so there's a lot of workbenches and stools. They had a very, very large workforce of elves from all corners of the North Pole. They're actually one of the biggest employers up here, so no matter what project you would like to delve into, you're going to find everything that you need here. They will be taking the tools with them, but all the benches and the cupboards and the shelving, all of that, anything that's attached to the floor basically will be staying. So it's perfect if you're a very serious hobby crafter, or if you're interested in starting a business of your own. It's always nice just to have a workshop to keep that mess out of the house, or castle in this case, just a place that you can go to work and not have a mess laying around the house. And it's also just kind of nice because it gets you in that mindset to work on whatever project you're involved in, and kind of get you out of the house and put you in that mindset. And if you're a solo craftsman, it can kind of give you that alone time that really helps those creative juices flow, So go ahead and take a walk through. You can touch anything. Everything is pretty well nailed down. Like I say, the tables and the stools and all the cupboards and shelving will all be transferring with this sale if you choose to put in an offer on it. Yes, it really is very nice, isn't it? They really spared no expense. They were very serious about their business, and they made sure that they had the best working conditions that they could. So, and of course, there's all kinds of lighting above, so when we get into the dark season of the year, you won't have to worry about trying to fumble around in the dark with your projects. These are easily lit through all of the dark months of the year, so no worries about that. Okay, are we ready to go check out the castle now? Okay, great. Well, welcome to the castle. This is, of course, the main living quarters. Now that we've seen the stables and the workshop, this is the main living quarters where you'll actually be dwelling. The walls are 3 feet thick to keep you well insulated during those 40 below days of the winter, so you won't have to worry about being too cold. There are 100 fireplaces in this castle to keep it nice and toasty. You will have to have the wood flown in from the mainland as well. Naturally, not a lot of trees around here, so you will have to have the firewood flown in, but I don't know if I have anyone's card with me, but when we get back to the office, I'm sure I can look up who the previous wood delivery person was, and we can enlist them to deliver wood again if that's something that you'd like to look at. That is something you'd like to look into if you put in an offer? Okay, yeah, just make sure to remind me in case I forget, okay? Okay, but so, with the many fireplaces, you'll have no problem keeping this place warm. There is a 3,000 square foot galley kitchen. Yes, the Mrs. of the previous owners was always baking cookies. I think she did something like 3,000 cookies a week, so she needed a big kitchen. It was herself and a few of their hired elves would help her, and they were always baking, so there's plenty of room in the kitchen for anything that you'd be needing to bake. And of course, being so far out here, usually when you have guests, they will of course be spending the night or several nights. So it's helpful to have a large kitchen in case they want to cook something on their own, or you just need to make a huge meal if you're having the whole family over. So really can't say enough about the kitchen. Absolutely wonderful. You're going to love it. It's fully equipped. 25 ovens, 13 refrigerators, 12 sinks, pretty much anything that you could need. Yes, plenty of counter space. There are 5 freestanding counters, and then there is one continuous counter that runs all the way around the kitchen. So plenty of counter space for all those trays of cookies, as the last owner found. There are 87 bedrooms, yes. Each bedroom has a fireplace, so you won't have to worry about any of the bedrooms being colder than others. The master bedroom is up in one of the spires, up in one of the tower spires. It is the second largest room in the house, second largest bedroom in the house. The only reason why that one is the master bedroom is because the largest bedroom is on the ground floor, and the previous owners like to be up high because it's a beautiful view out that top castle spire, just looking out across the endless white of the snow, so if you got the view, you might as well enjoy it, and that's why they put the master bedroom on the highest level of the castle. But if that's not your thing, you could always use a different bedroom as the master bedroom. There are no rules when it's your castle. You can pretty much do whatever you'd like. So, you like the sound of the master bedroom? Well, why don't we go up and have a look at that? So here it is. As you can see, plenty of room. Go ahead and look out the window. You can check out that beautiful view. And of course, there is the fireplace. Yes, this comes from downstairs, so it's one continuous chimney, and it's built so that you can have the fireplace on both levels. Yes, it's very handy. Unfortunately, the only thing that we have to access this is the stairway. There are no elevators, so if you have trouble with stairs, then you might want to use the lower bedrooms. You're fine with stairs, you're just not sure about some of your guests? Well, that shouldn't be a problem because 37 of the bedrooms are on the ground floor, so anyone who has trouble with stairs should have no problem just picking out one of those ground floor bedrooms. That sounds pretty good to you? Okay, why don't we check out the main sitting room? So this is the main sitting room, and as you can see, there are 5 fireplaces here. Keep it nice and cozy warm. This is one of the coziest rooms in the entire castle, I would say. The previous owners took a lot of effort to decorate it with a very cozy feeling. Castles can sometimes have that cold feeling about them, and changing the decor to something a little warmer just makes it a little more cozy and homey. You're really in love with this room? Yeah, it really is just adorable, isn't it? And all the decor is staying. the previous owners just decided that they wanted to start fresh and new in their new place, so you can keep all of this adorable cozy decor. There are 7 bathrooms, 5 full and 2 halves, and 3 of them are on the ground floor, so anyone who has trouble climbing the stairs will be able to use those. Yes, the full baths on the floor, the ground floor, are full baths, and then there is another full bath next to the master bedroom, right off the corner. I don't know if you saw it when we walked out of there. And then the other 2 half baths are scattered around the castle on the 2nd floor. There is no basement in this castle, simply because of the way the ice shifts. It wouldn't be a very solid foundation for it, so this is built right on the ice to allow it to move and shift if the ice decides to move at all. So yeah, so there's no basement, but between the large size of the castle and of course the workshop and the stables, there should be plenty of storage space for anything that you might want to put in a basement. So do you think that this is something that you'd be interested in? You think you would be interested in it? Okay, what kind of offer were you planning to make? Do you want to make a full price offer? I would advise making an offer a little bit below full price. I think it is a little bit overpriced for what they're asking. Obviously, it is quite a bargain with everything that comes with this castle, but still, it is more of a starter castle, so I think that they're over asking a little bit, so I'd offer about $1 million less than what they're asking. Okay, yeah, I think that's probably an offer that they might accept. Fortunately, they are already moved in to their new place, so this is not contingent upon them finding new housing. They already have their new housing, so you can put in an offer, and if they accept it, you'll be able to close quickly and move right in. Will you be purchasing this with cash, or will you be getting a loan? Your family's very wealthy, so you'll just be doing cash? Well, that always makes the process so much easier. Would you like to schedule the inspection? Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and do that? When we get back to the office, we can draw up the purchase offer and fax it over to their realtor, and then we can see if they accept or come back with a counter offer. And in the meantime, we can schedule the inspection, okay? Is there anything else you'd like? Radon test, anything like that? Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's no problem at all. So why don't you just take one more quick walkthrough, and we'll head back to the dog sleds and see if we can make it back to the office by tomorrow morning, okay? All right. Take a look around and let's go.